Imagine waking up from a nap. But instead of a few hours, you've been asleep for hundreds of years. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? But what if I told you this really happened? This is the story of a group of young men who took refuge in a cave, only to wake up centuries later. But why did they go into the cave? And how did Allah protect them in the most incredible way? Stay with me till the end, because this story is full of faith, courage, and miracles. A long time ago, in a distant kingdom ruled by a powerful but cruel king, there lived a group of young men. These weren't ordinary boys. They had strong faith in Allah, even though everyone around them worshipped idols. But believing in one God was dangerous. The king didn't like anyone who went against his false gods. So when these young men refused to bow down to statues, the king got furious. He ordered them to change their beliefs, or face severe punishment. What would you do if you were in their place? Would you stay quiet? Or would you stand up for what's right? These young men were afraid, but their faith in Allah gave them strength. They knew they couldn't stay in the city anymore. So, they made a difficult decision, to leave everything behind and escape. They ran far away, up into the mountains, until they found a hidden cave. It was dark and cold, but it was safe. They sat down, exhausted, and made a heartfelt dua. Our Lord, grant us mercy from yourself and guide us in our affair. Allah heard their prayer. And what happened next was nothing short of a miracle. As they lay down to rest, something amazing happened. Allah made them fall into a deep sleep. Days passed. Then weeks. Then years. But they didn't age. They didn't feel hungry or thirsty. The cave remained untouched, hidden from anyone who might harm them. Even the sun moved in a special way, so they wouldn't be disturbed. And outside, the world changed completely. The cruel king they had escaped from was long gone. Generations had passed. But inside the cave, they slept peacefully. For 300 years. But how was this possible? Allah, the most powerful, can do anything. He controlled time for them, just as He controls the entire universe. Then one day, by Allah's command, they woke up. At first, they had no idea how long they had slept. One of them said, "Maybe we were asleep for a day, or part of a day." They were hungry, so they sent one of them to buy food. But when he reached the city, everything was different. The buildings, the people, even the currency had changed. When he tried to pay for food, the shopkeeper looked shocked. "Where did you get this ancient coin?" he asked. News spread quickly. The people of the city were amazed. These young men were from a time long past, a living miracle from Allah. The city they had feared was no longer the same. Instead of idol worshippers, people now believed in Allah. Their sacrifice had not been in vain. Their story had been passed down, inspiring generations to hold firm to their faith. Realizing the truth of their story, the people honored them. But soon, Allah called them back to Him. Their mission was complete. They had shown the world the power of faith and Allah's ability to protect His believers. Allah mentions them in the Quran as a sign for all of us. No matter how hard life gets, when we trust in Allah, He always finds a way to help us. Their story became a powerful reminder. No matter how difficult the test, Allah is always with those who believe. This story isn't just about sleeping for centuries. It's about faith in the face of hardship. Here are some important lessons we can learn. Stay strong in your faith, even when people try to pressure you. Always hold on to the truth. Just like the young men, sometimes standing for the truth means making sacrifices. Trust in Allah's protection. When you feel lost or scared, pray to Allah. He hears you, just as He heard the dua of these young men. Time is in Allah's hands. Allah controls everything. He can make time move fast or slow. Nothing is impossible for Him. Good company is important. These young men were righteous, and their faith grew stronger because they had each other. This teaches us to surround ourselves with good friends who help us get closer to Allah. Miracles still exist. Even today, we see signs of Allah's power everywhere. From the way our bodies heal to the vastness of space, Allah's miracles never stop. So, what would you have done in their place? Would you have stood up for the truth, even if it meant leaving everything behind? The story of the people of the cave is one of the greatest examples of faith in adversity. No matter how dark the world seems, Allah's light will always guide those who believe. And if you enjoyed this story and want to hear more incredible lessons from the Quran, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Remember, true faith shines, even in the darkest of times. Click here for more incredible Islamic stories. See you in the next video.